If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. The FBG Duck murder trial has started. It is here. It is going down right now. Now, before the trial started, the defense attorneys for all the oblock 6 filed a motion to block some of the most damaging evidence against all 6 of them. And in that motion, the defense attorney tried to block the body cam footage. Yeah, they tried to block the body cam footage of the police officer who was communicating with FBG Duck as he lay on the ground dying from being shot by multiple weapons and 16 times. They didn't want the jury to see that video. The defense attorney said that it's totally irrelevant. It has nothing to do with the cause of death or the circumstances. The judge looked at him and said, I understand that you're zealous and you're trying to defend your clients and stuff like that, but motion denied. The jury would see the body cam footage and the last words of FBG Duck during this trial. Victory for the prosecutor. Victory for Mama Duck, but in another way, it's not a victory. And the reason why I say that is because she has to sit there. Her family members had to sit there in that courtroom and they had to hear him speaking his last words to the police officer. And the reason why I say that it is a victory is because it is showing and it's proven the actions of what happened to her son. It is showing and proving that after her son was shot multiple times, according to prosecutors by the oblock 6, that these are the results of them shooting him like that. That he's dying and he's begging for help. So, it's a double-edged sword because I can't imagine that. You know what I mean? Sitting there, had to see my son go through something like that. But at the same time, if you want your justice, these are the things, these are the sacrifices that a lot of parents, have to go through. A lot of parents, not just FBG Duck murder, not just FBG Duck's mother, but a lot of parents got to go through what she finna go through during this trial. So in the opening statements, right, for those of you who don't know what opening statements is in a criminal proceeding, opening statements is when the prosecution or the prosecuting attorney comes out and faces the jury or a judge, depending on what type of trial you have, in a jury trial or a bench trial, and the prosecuting attorney tells the jury, hey, look, this is all the evidence that I got. I'm going to be able to prove this, that, and the other. I'm going to be able to prove to you that these guys right here, these 6 guys, is guilty for the murder of FBG Duck. That's what the prosecution is going to do. And we're going to get into detail about that in a minute. I just want to give y'all this understanding. Now, the defense attorneys, the lawyers, what they do in opening statements is they come in front of the jury and say, hey, the prosecution attorney is lying. They don't have this. They don't have that. They can't prove that my client is guilty. I'm going to prove that my client is innocent. Why? Because I have this, that, and the other to prove that my client wasn't even there or he wasn't involved, and etc., etc. Right? And from now on, then they start presenting their evidence as the trial proceeds. But those are just opening statements, right? And in these opening statements, I'm talking about a lot of stuff came out. Here it is, the prosecuting attorney is telling the jury that, hey, the main reason why FBG Duck was killed is because of a song that he put out called Dead Bitches. Now, for some of us who understand gang culture and stuff like that, we understand that STL, 63rd, and oblock, they rivals. They've been warned for years. They've been killing each other, going body for body for years, right? But the prosecuting attorney is saying that what led to FBG Duck's murder is this song called Dead Bitches. And I don't know if y'all have listened to this song or have y'all viewed the video or anything like that, but let me say this right here. When I heard that song, I'm talking about, I gotta keep it real. When I heard that song, it was almost scary to listen to the song. Because I had to realize that he is naming multiple dead young men. And the beat, the melody, the sound, and the way that FBG Duck is flowing to this beat. I don't know how to describe it, but it's catchy. And if you're not careful, you will find yourself rapping to this song or paying attention to this song, and before you know it, you disrespecting dead people that you don't even know. But that's how good, or if you into that type of music and the way that he's rapping, it's almost like he ain't rapping, but he talking to you. Like he telling you like, hey, this happened, that happened. And he's describing it vividly so that you can like, wow. Multiple people, he describing how they died. And when I first heard it, I'm telling y'all, it scared me because I'm like, that's a lot of dead people. And not only that, I understood that by him rapping like that, that's hurting a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be upset because of the words that are coming out of FBG Duck's mouth. But we're not just going to throw it all on him, because this is drill rap. This is what they do. They rap about each other's dead friends. So we can, blame this song all we want to, but at the same time, we got to be fair, because the other side was doing the same thing. This is what they do. This is gangbang culture. Now, a lot of us, that's my classic age, we like to say, yeah, man, they getting too disrespectful, man, And look, stop, y'all. We got to keep it real. When I was gang banging, I was doing the same thing that FBG Duck is doing. The same thing that King Von was doing. But it was just, we didn't have a mic then. We wasn't rapping. We had the wall. We spray paint on the wall. Shh. Cracking 6-point stars and saying GDK. And wait, see, we was worse probably because we saying GDK and we talking about all of them. We ain't just picking somebody out like FBG Duck was doing. Hey, man, this you. No. We disrespecting the whole nation. And they disrespected our whole nation. Come on now, y'all. Let's keep it real. GDs used to put on the wall, VLK. They weren't talking about, yeah, them VLs over there, we don't like them, but y'all cool. No, VLK, Vice Lord Killer, all y'all. We ain't talking about just a couple of y'all. The whole nation, VLK. And the brothers in California, they been getting down like that. They put on the wall, they spray paint your name on the wall and X your name out, put 187 by it. So we got this, look, we are at fault for this. We helped bring this on. These youngsters, they just grab the microphone and say, "Hey, we ain't got to spray paint on no walls. We gonna rap it. We gonna rap it over a beat. We really gonna hit them where it hurt." It ain't no difference. We used to go sneak in the GD's neighborhood and spray paint a crack 6-point star and GDK, and then put our nation up there, Unknown Vice Lord, Northside Projects, Fifth Avenue. Like, we did that type of stuff so they could know, oh, it was them over there. But these guys, now they got the microphone and the beat. They can diss you and let the world know, hey, yeah, we don't like them over there. You see what I'm saying? So now let's get back to what's going on here, though. That song, according to reports, according to the prosecution attorney, that song caused King Von to put $100,000 bounty on FBG Duck's head. All over a song. Now, the defense attorney is saying that, hey, they can't prove that. The defense attorney in their open statement saying, hey, look, they ain't got nothing to point to nobody and saying that nobody did anything, that the federal government is just guessing. They have no evidence whatsoever to prove that these 6 guys had something to do with the death of FBG Duck. Me being hood educated and not lame related, I would like to say that right there was a weak opening. I'm talking about that opening statement was weak. And let me explain to y'all why I say it was weak. Because how do we know what we know? They know what happened. They got camera footage as to what happened. The prosecuting attorney is describing stuff like who jumped out of the cars, people falling and they having a real shootout, and who stood over FBG Duck and shot him multiple times. The prosecutor got stuff like these guys running out of the buildings, tracking their cars going all the way downtown Chicago, tracking their phones going all the way down Chicago, got them on camera trying to return the cars back to the car dealership. Not only that, they got one of the guys who told his girlfriend that, hey, you know, the reason why I jumped in the car to go kill FBG Duck is because King Von had $100,000 on his head and I wanted some of that money. Not to mention all the witnesses. I'm talking about the people that are describing them, pointing them out. Hey, look, that's him right there coming out the building. That's Moowop. That's C-Thing. That's C-Murder. Describing them. But their defense is that there's nobody at the scene of the crime that can point and say that Moowop, C-Thing, Carlos, and all them, Kenny, that they didn't do nothing. And they believe that that's enough. No, not when you got video footage. The prosecuting attorney has video footage of what happened to FBG Duck. I just can't wait for them to get more deeper into detail about what's going on. But allow me to say this right here. For all you young brothers out there, don't let nobody send you off to commit a crime that they are not willing to do themselves. I don't care how much money they talking about giving you. Don't be nobody's send off. Because you have a lot of people out here right now, especially you young brothers. You got people out here sending you off to end up doing the rest of your life in the penitentiary. Just because they want you to do something that they want you to do. And they gonna give you a couple $100,000 or a couple $1,000 for you to go take somebody's life or to go shoot somebody, and then you end up in a situation like these brothers right here. I gotta extend my honors to FBG Duck's mother, Lashina, Mama Duck. And let me explain to y'all why. Because If it wasn't for her, listen to what I'm finna tell y'all. If it wasn't for Mama Duck, these boys would be facing the death penalty right now today. When the prosecuting attorneys came to her and asked her, hey, we can kill him. You see what I'm saying? In other words, hey, look, these the guys we believe that killed your son. We can kill them. You want us to kill them? And you know what she said? Nah, don't kill him. After the prosecuting attorney is telling her, we got enough evidence to believe that they killed FBG Duck, her son. And she said, nah, don't kill him. That took a lot of strength. Because a lot of people will be like, let me kill him. You see what I'm saying? Let me go get him. Or, oh yeah, go ahead. Keep the death penalty on them. They killed my son. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. So I got to extend my honors to her. And I pray for strength and understanding during these trying times. Because for her to take that death penalty off the table, if they do get found guilty, that still allow their family members, their kids, their cousins, their loved ones to still see them physically, to go hug them, talk to them on the phone. And she can't even do that with her own son. FBG Duck can't talk to his kids. He can't talk to his mama, his father, his cousins. And she allowed them to live. I gotta stand my honors. This hood educated, not lame related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Now, before I depart, allow me to give a shout out to some of the blessings that I received this week. Allow me to give a shout out to Charles Jackson for the $19.99 super thanks. I appreciate that, Charles. Thank you, brother. Derek Jackson for the $2 cash app. Thank you, Derek. I really appreciate that. And last but not least, Jewel Williamson for the $5 cash app. Thank you. I really appreciate it. This is hood educated, not lame related. Peace and love. And y'all take care of yourself out there.